welcome back. We need to talk about the absolute state of the glaze epidemic. You probably saw over the last couple of days that the internet has collectively lost its mind over a new anime called Sentenced to be a Hero. People are calling it the biggest show of the season, which is a pretty bold claim considering the season hasn't even really started yet. But seeing as it dropped a 1-hour premiere and is currently sitting at a massive 9.1 rating, I decided to check if this was actual cinema or just more overhyped slop. And honestly, it's kind of insane. The animation budget is clearly through the roof, with the main character Zio using sacred seals to imbue swords with fire and light, turning them into explosive projectiles to kill demons. It feels less like a TV show and more like a movie, which is usually a good sign, or a sign that they blew the entire budget on episode 1. The premise is actually pretty interesting too, twisting the usual hero tropes. In this world, being a hero isn't a noble profession. It's a punishment for the worst criminals. If you get sentenced to be a hero, you are forced to fight on the front lines against demon lords forever. And because it's a punishment, they give you a form of immortality, where if you die, they just drag your soul back from hell to keep fighting. It's basically the ultimate 9-to-5 nightmare, where you can't even quit by dying. It's a pretty solid setup that avoids the usual generic hero nonsense we see every season. Though, I have to admit I'm skeptical. We've seen this before with shows like Ninja Kamui, which started with 3 episodes of absolute peak fiction and then immediately fell off a cliff, becoming a CGI train wreck that even used AI images at one point. It was a bait and switch of massive proportions. So I'm really hoping this show doesn't follow the same path of starting strong and then eating dirt halfway through. Speaking of things that aren't slop, it seems like we might actually be in a golden age of animation if you ignore the AI brain rot. There's another show called Orb on the movements of the Earth, and a movie on Netflix called 100 Meters from the same creator that are getting glazed to high heaven, and for good reason. 100 Meters apparently has a 3-minute continuous shot that was painstakingly rotoscoped with nearly 10,000 drawings. It turns out that when you actually put effort into art, instead of typing a prompt into a generator, you get something that looks incredible. Who would have thought? So yeah, Sentenced to be a Hero looks like it might actually live up to the hype, at least for me. Let's just hope the animators don't get tired and switch to MS Paint for episode 2.